Welcome back to the Dragon Den, my loyal Dragonites. King of Dragons 5000 is back with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse, Bizarro and Batzarro. And so here we have Bizarro and Batzarro posed and out of the packaging, but before we have a look at the figures, let's run through their accessories. Bizarro and Batzarro both come with 2 pairs of hands. Bizarro also comes with his Bizarro #1 necklace, as well as a diorama display piece. Other than that, they don't come with any other accessories, so with that out of the way, let's have a closer look at their details. So here we have the McFarlane Toys Bizarro and Batzarro, and I have to say McFarlane's done a really good job on them. They still carry the McFarlane aesthetics, but I do feel it works perfectly for the characters. Taking a look at Bizarro first, I think this is a really good head sculpt that McFarlane has given him. Though it's not the rocky, broken up face, it's still one of the most iconic Bizarro head sculpts, and they did a really good job with the eyebrows and his big grin. The skin tone is nice and blue and looks really good here on Bizarro, and one thing I absolutely love is the fade they gave him in his hair. Taking a look at his costume, you can see that McFarlane opted to go with the darker blues and the muted reds here for Bizarro's outfit. The blue, almost purple outfit looks amazing here, and I absolutely love the way the Bizarro logo looks on his chest. It's big and massive going across his broad chest, and the paintwork on it is phenomenal. And I really do like the muscle detail that we can see underneath his suit. Taking a look at Bizarro's broad, muscular arms, it continues that really impressive color scheme that we see in his outfit. Because there is reuse here on this figure, it does carry over all those impressive folds and wrinkles in the fabric. And one thing to note is that he does not have the cuffs that we've been seeing on other Superman figures. Bizarro's belt is done in a muted yellow, which looks really good here, and I like the fact that the belt loops are actually painted. And the dark red trunks look really good here, and I love the way his waist is sculpted, being slimmer than the rest of his torso. Being carryover from the reuse of the mold, he has these really massive legs, which look really good here, and the muscle striations in his legs look really good as well. And just like with his arms, it carries over that impressive folds and wrinkles that we saw, which look really good here. His boots have some impressive detail with some line work at the top of the boots, and the folds and wrinkles at the ankle look really good. And being a bigger figure, Bizarro has these big massive feet. His cape is done really nicely and is swaying off to the left side. Even though it's done in plastic, I still like the sculpt work here. And I absolutely love the fact that they were able to put his insignia on the back of his cape. Next, taking a look at Batzarro, a really interesting character, and I like what McFarlane's done here. His head sculpt is nicely detailed, and you can see his cowl covers his eyes because he's as blind as a bat. His pasty skin tone looks really good, and the fact that they sculpted this really big grin on his face is really well done. Batzarro is reusing that Dark Knight Returns body, which is pretty obvious here considering that there is a big insignia on his chest where you can see the original bat emblem on it. The folds and wrinkles in this outfit actually look really good, and they fit for the character nicely. He does have an upside down bat insignia, which is nicely done, but you can see the original insignia on the back, which is a little jarring. His arms are nice and beefy, and once again are done in that really nice shade of gray with some really impressive detailing in the fabric with folds and wrinkles. We get some really nice sculpted details here with his gloves, with the fins being not as sharp as we've seen with other Batman figures, but they are present here. And then once again we get some nice detailing here on his gloves, which McFarlane has done a really good job here. His upside down utility belt is done in a muted yellow, and it looks really funny here as you can see all the pouches are opened up. It's a fun little detail that I absolutely love, and you can see his black trunks are also done really nicely with some really good sculpted detail. Because he's reusing that Dark Knight Returns body, he has these really massive legs, which kind of are big and jarring considering that they're bigger than his torso. But it fits the character nicely, and once again we get that impressive sculpt work with the fabric. We even have a seam line that runs down the side of his legs, which is a really nice touch. He has those signature pointed boots, which Batman is known for, and it looks good, especially because its carryover, the sculpt work on it is done really nicely. And it has all the folds and wrinkles you would expect, especially here at the ankles, done really nicely. And his cape is actually sculpted really nicely. Despite being in plastic, it has a really nice look to it. I absolutely love the fact that the inside is actually painted a slate color and the outside is done in black. So overall, some impressive detailing here on Bizarro and Batzarro, and the reuse on the body is really well done here. So with the details out of the way, let's compare Batzarro and Bizarro to our usual suspects. Here we have Bizarro and Batzarro posed next to Marvel Legends Cyclops and DC Multiverse Superman. Mattel's WWE Elite Series and Mezco's 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. The Lightning Collection White Ranger and the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally we have Bizarro and Batzarro posed next to McFarlane Superman and McFarlane Batman. So as you can see, these guys are going to be big and beefy, which looks really good, and I think was a really good call by McFarlane. And because they are in the Multiverse line, they will be 7-inch figures, so they really don't fit well with your 6-inch collection. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's have a look at their articulation. Both of the characters do have a double ball joint in the head. Arms are on ball sockets. Arms go out to the side and do a full 360. Hinge and swivel at the elbows. Ball hinges in the wrists. Both of them will have a ball joint in the upper torso and a ball joint in the lower torso. Bizarro's legs will kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a slight thigh swivel. Batzarro's legs do kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have an actual thigh swivel. They both have a double bend in the knee. And finally they have a ball hinge in the ankle and a toe hinge. So overall, some decent articulation here on Bizarro and Batzarro, and because it is reused, some of it will be hindered just due to the sculpt. So with everything said and done about Bizarro and Batzarro, let's get them posed for my final thoughts. And so here we have the McFarlane Toys Bizarro and Batzarro posed for my final thoughts, and overall I think McFarlane has done a really good job with this set. It's honestly one of McFarlane's better 2-packs, with both Bizarro and Batzarro being beefier and bigger than Superman and Batman, which is what we normally see in the artwork. Even though it's not everyone's preferred look for Bizarro having the broken up rocky face, it's still a really iconic head sculpt that McFarlane has captured beautifully here. It was a really smart idea using the Dark Knight Returns figures and retooling them to be Bizarro and Batzarro, as the figures look wonderful together. And I really do like the accessories that they come with, although I think Bizarro works perfectly with both his hands. Batzarro I think could have done with just his fists. And the diorama piece is pretty good, but it is reused from the Superman vs. Devastator 2-pack. Overall, I'm still happy with this set, and if you are trying to find the Bizarro and Batzarro 2-pack, it is available at places like Target and GameStop. I did pick up mine from Amazon, which came out to about $50 after taxes, which is pretty good considering it's a 2-pack. This is a great way to add a good Bizarro to your collection, and Batzarro is no slouch of a character either. With that being said, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out the rest of my DC Multiverse videos. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon where I have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my fellow Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm KingofDragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.